Previously on Babies and Broadswords.
I want to get the secret passageway closed, and I can't do that if you are all standing in the doorway.
This is the coolest thing I ever saw.
Esteban drops from the ceiling, and he sneaks up behind the three of you, and just goes, hungry. And Daybella, she breaks down. I see you have met Esteban. He is our new recruit. We found him in a box in the basement. You know who we are. We are the Triangle. We are criminal geniuses, yes? We are only one part of a larger network. There are other groups that have other powers that control different aspects. And they all want to be in control, but here's the thing. If we keep fighting with each other, then nobody wins. If we all work together, we can be kings of more. Nobody really likes me, and I don't like some of the other people in the other gangs. But there is one person who thinks that they can unite us all. She is the oldest kid. She wants to unite all of the gangs, and she has called a secret meeting from all of the leaders of all of the gangs. But we cannot leave, because if we go, somebody will try to take over our territory, which is why we want to send you. But if you all agree to be our convoy envoy envelopes to the secret meeting with Cindy, the oldest kid, and the other gang representatives, maybe you will prove yourselves worthy to take over our organization when we all leave the orphanage. Cindy, the gathering of all the gangs, is being held in the underground, in the heart of the underground city. So there's 5 items on the table now. An empty wasp nest. There is a bubble pipe. There is a little bag. These are grandma's sweater candies. Somebody else's binky. There is some shabby screws and stuff.
I pick up this binky, I go, oh, cool, and I put it in my mouth, and I go, I throw up.
Ignatius. Oh god, she's throwing up.
Oh, come on, Bella. This is so gross. We gotta get out of here.
You know what? Go to the old potties. There's apparently a secret passageway. Come back to us when you met with Cindy and tell us what she has to say. But God, just go. You're gross. Ugh. Welcome to Even Footing Games. This is Season 1, Babies and Broadswords. I am your sitter, Jason. Thank you for joining us for yet another episode of Toddlers in Trouble. We're going to go around and introduce our players today. We've got a couple of new voices that we're excited for, new players in the game, and new members of the Even Footing team. So, Aaron, we'll start with you. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play Henry, the hypoallergenic dragon. He is a sorcerer, and I am the business director at Even Footing Games.
Jack Attack, how about you, bud?
Well, my name's Jack. You can actually hear me first on the Patreon exclusive episode where I debuted Thwompkins, the gargoyle barbarian who has a bad case of zoomies and also loves hugs. I am the background artist for the book and for Even Footing Games.
Lee?
Hi, I'm Lee Baldwin. I play Daybella, the furball with an interesting illness inside her head. And I do some editing and I do some public relations and sales for Even Footing Games.
And last but not least, Mr. James.
I am Jimmy St. James, and I am the lead playtester. We all kind of do a lot of stuff, so when you hear our roles, don't think that that's all we're
Might
doing.
change next week.
Right.
See what I need to
next
do.
week. I play Ignatius Summer, the Tabaxi Sneaky Pants.
Awesome. That's our group today, so we're going to go with that. Again, I'm Jason. I'll be the sitter today, and on the team, I suppose I am the lead writer for Babies and Broadswords, but again, as Jimmy and the others mentioned, our roles will change probably from book to book or from day to day. We're all going to try to take a turn at doing a little bit of everything so that no one feels that they're too stuck in one spot, except for probably Jack, because he's really the best artist of us as far as that goes.
But
he can do other stuff too. Yeah.
I mean, I helped work with the Discord server last night, and who knows, maybe Maybe I might come in one episode and be like, "Hi, I'm Jack, and I bring the coffee in."
There you go.
That's
And
it.
it's
all I've
delicious.
ever
It's a damn fine good cup of coffee.
Jack, seriously, I'm running low, bud. I'm right.
Coffee.
I'm sorry. Hold on, sir. I'll go get it.
I don't think anybody else really wants to balance the checkbook, though.
No, Aaron might also be stuck
Unfortunately.
with the check. Well, we're going to take that off your plate at some point. Maybe not me specifically, but somebody probably will.
Hmm.
When I balance a check,
You want to do the taxes too?
God,
I'm going to do them with a crayon to be in theme.
that'll be adorable.
I'm sure the IRS
What do
will
you think
love
the
that.
IRS will think?
Jack is on brand.
I think they won't be able to keep from auditing us, which would be great.
Oh dear God.
Like an audit all $26. Good luck.
Right.
Guys,
Thanks,
see ya.
Speaking of $26, let's give a shout out to our patrons. We want to thank Kathy, Robin, Bob, and Mary Liz for being our new patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you guys are helping keep the lights on, keep the pay for all our production costs and whatnot, and really just making us feel like at least 4 people care.
Keeping my pencil sharpened if I used pencils.
Right.
My stylus working.
There you go.
All I can assume is that the rest of you listening don't care.
Oh, rude.
You keep sending juice to my 2012 laptop. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
There were cookies.
There were cookies.
Cookies.
Mhm.
So let's get right into today's episode of Babies and Broadswords, which you may notice sounds much better than our past episodes because we are finally figuring out how to actually make
Do
a
this
podcast.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I get to be the
if you've stuck with us this long and notice things sound better, it's because we're learning and we'll continue to get better as we go. All right. You have been propositioned and to some extent hired by the Triangle, a group of baby outlaws. They're the local crime bosses for your section of the orphanage, and they have sent you to a conclave in the city, in the underground city, where a whole bunch of other gangs are meeting. And I guess the idea is that they're going to listen to somebody who's got a plan to unite all of the gangs, so that instead of constantly fighting with one another, you can share the cookies, create a network of baby villainy and sweets, which sounds pretty good.
Not too bad.
Cookie laundering.
Yeah, which sounds like not a bad idea. They promised you all sorts of goodies upon return if you are successful in at the conclave, and perhaps even to be their successors as the local crime bosses once they age out of the orphanage and go off to be teenage crime bosses, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Because that always works out, right? Before you are shuffled out of the secret hideout in the broom closet near the cafeteria, one of the Triangle, the one called Jock, the guy with the drawn-in pencil-thin mustache, snags Isabeau, kind of grabs her on the shoulder and leans in and whispers something in her ear. Her eyes get wide, and she nods vigorously. And he also whispers in Esteban's ears, his eyes also get wide, and he nods vigorously. And the two lock hands, and they go scampering off in another direction.
Bye.
Isabeau gives a glance back at Ignatius, sticks her tongue out, and the two quickly disappear into the shadows. Jacques looks
Excuse me. You just took away all our bustle.
Jacques looks at the rest of you and says, Don't worry, I have a special task for those two. They will report back to you. They are smart and sneaky, and I need a couple of kids who are a little more loose with their morality. Those two seem to fit the bill. But don't worry, I have an idea. We have someone who works for us on occasion. He is a tough little guy. You can find him in the courtyard. His name is Dwonkins. You will know him because he looks like a rock. And he is about as smart as a rock. But he is as strong as a rock. Tell him that Jacques told him to work with you, and he will join you in your quest. He does our jobs for us, and we will pay him his usual rate, which is rocks. You can find Tompkins in the courtyard, though. But once you find him, I suggest you make your way down to the underground as quickly as possible. There are many ways to get there. You'll figure it out. You're smart kids. Oh, no, look at the time. And he looks at his wrist. There's no watch there, but, he's, tick, 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 okay, bye-bye. And then they close off he closes again the secret panel, leaving you 3 in the hallway. Henry, Daybella, and Ignatius.
I'm not so sure about this, guys. This seems like a terrible idea. We lost half of our group.
Well, I guess we better find this other person then. Maybe they can help.
Ignatius definitely has a sad look on his face, but he seems like he's trying to power through. It's okay. That Duluth morals, and that's Izzy. So yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Just saying, it's a good idea. I'm not up that. I'm not that at all.
We'll see her again. She's always running off.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's what I mean. Yep.
It's okay, Augustus.
It's okay.
You're my best friend anyway.
It's okay. It would be okay.
I guess we should go down to the courtyard.
I feel like this name sounds familiar anyway. Swampkins.
I haven't been down to the courtyard in a while. Does anybody else remember where it is? I feel like it's full of sharp things that they tell you are playground stuff.
Daybella kind of looks around and she's pointing. She's like, it's in the middle. I don't know where the middle is.
Everybody give me, the 3 of you give me clever rolls to see if you remember your way around this part of the orphanage.
I got a 6 because I rolled a 1.
Sorry, clever is precocious?
Yes, precocious.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 9.
Okay.
I have a 7.
Daybella, you do remember what the middle is. You know that all you gotta do in this part of the orphanage is make some rights every time you come to a hallway, and eventually you'll come to the courtyard doors. So you start off, and your little...
I was gonna say, I put my hand on the left, on the right wall, and I'm like, this way.
And it takes you a second to remember which is your left and right, but you do, yes. You make the L, and that's that way.
Good job,
So
Daybella.
smart, Daybella.
I know.
And so Daybella's
You know which way an L goes? That's really amazing.
She's got 2 in her name.
I need to.
So Daybella, you put your right hand on the wall, and you're following it along, and every time you get to a right, you turn right. And there's also the little mushrooms that live in your head, kind of always seek the outside. So there's a little tug as well that helps with your internal mapping. But eventually, after a couple of turns, you do come to the big double doors of the courtyard. You push them open.
Oh my gosh, my hay fever. I knew there was a reason I didn't go out here.
Okay. The courtyard is situated in the middle of the orphanage. And it was not originally a courtyard. It was actually originally, when the orphanage was built, it was a textile factory. And this was the main warehouse. Once upon a time, there had been a big glass roof over the middle of the actual floor, and that had long since collapsed years ago, which kind of made the courtyard. Now it's open air, but there are still shards of broken windows, all over. And the rusted out machinery has been kind of repurposed by the kids as equipment. So the looms are now spider climbing walls, and the conveyor belts they use as kind of, you dive across in a roll. But everything's rusted out. or repurposed. It's a tetanus graveyard. And the kids have also set up, but many kids have also set up booths where they're selling goods and services. So there are all over along the outer walls are makeshift marketplace booths, and there's kids yelling, they're selling sticks and they're selling rocks, and hey, I've got bags of dirt, and hey, I've got crumbs, and there are some waxsmiths and there are some arts and crafters, so kids who upgrade armor and weapons. There's also a lot of almost carnival buskers. There are kids who are dealing out hands of go fish, and there's a big tall Viking kid who's just spitting as far as he can spit, and then all the other kids are getting next to him and seeing how far they can spit. He's out spitting every kid.
Henry is super impressed.
Yes, he's an excellent spitter.
Quite a talent.
He's such a talent. So there's hustle and bustle everywhere. It's kind of almost hard to see what's going on. There's little pockets of kids here and there. They're talking in tight little groups. You can see cookies passing back and forth and little contraband items slipping into pockets and slipping into diapers. Some kids are playing ball together. Some kids are playing foursquare. A lot of wrestling, a lot of fighting. Every few seconds you hear someone yell, "I'm the king of the courtyard!" And then a group of kids will rush and dogpile all over them. And then one kid will emerge out of the scrum, "I'm the king of the courtyard!" And that just happens constantly as they vie for supremacy over the courtyard. That's what you see when you first go through the doors into the courtyard.
Well,
I love it out here.
Do you guys see any rocks?
Yeah, I don't know which one, though.
I see a lot of little rocks.
Maybe he's a little guy.
Swamp kids. Swamp kids.
Wildcat!
Well, they said he was tough. I'm gonna go look at the carnival people. Maybe he's over there.
You think the carnival people are tough? I mean, I think you're really smart, Daybella, so I will follow you. But they don't look especially
Maybe he
tough.
turns into
They
a
look
rock
kind
like
of
as a
sneaky.
joke. Or a trick.
Maybe.
I'd say probably right around this time, suddenly a gray streak just flies past you. Pew! Goes across the courtyard, stops, get a brief glimpse of what appears to be a gargoyle baby with, upper build, like kind of like a tiny gorilla, like so big arms, tiny legs, kind of lumbers around on all fours. Quickly looks around, adjusts his helmet, quickly looks around, zooms back.
That was weird. Let's go find a rock.
Yeah. Swamp kids. Swamp kids. Swamp kids. And Henry is just talking to the rocks on the ground.
No.
Are you just poking each rock? Are you Thwopkins?
Are
you Thwopkins?
Henry is legit expecting each one to one of them's gonna talk back.
Did say he looks like a rock. Are you guys yelling Thwompkins as loud as you can, or okay? Thwompkins, give me a nosy roll, which is based on your cuteness stat.
2 + 2, so we're looking at only 4.
Yeah, you're too busy zooming. You're really not paying any attention to anything that's happening outside of you. It's all get into the next spot. Get to the next spot. Get to the next spot. What are you in the courtyard for, Thwompkins? What are you looking for?
Well, the thing with the courtyard is the courtyard has the biggest space. So he can get all that energy out.
That makes sense.
But he also seems to be very social. So, occasionally he walks over and is like, hey, to a group. Hey, how you doing? I'm Thwompkins. And then runs away. Maybe gives a kid a random hug if they seem like they're upset.
He never actually stays to have the conversation. He's just gone. He's just boom, gone. Love it.
Usually not. Not after he just got out to the courtyard. It takes him a bit to get that energy down.
I know that kid. That's awesome. All right.
Maybella's gonna try and wave him down because she thinks that he's like a speedy kid and he might know like the other cool kids that maybe look like rocks.
So how are you trying to wave him down? Because he's...
Well, she probably walked up to the circus people, she said before, and so she's asking around, and then she sees him speeding around, so she's like, "Hey, does anyone know where Thompkins is? Hello."
One of the shop kids who seems to be selling, from what you can gather, is just soggy pieces of cardboard of different shapes and cuts, points to the blur, and he goes, "That's Swampkins. He's real friendly if you can catch him. You probably might want to just wait until he stops running around, because he's fast, but he's not fast."
I love that description.
Daybella sees him like stopping to say hello to some kids and stopping for a hug, and so she sits on the ground and pretends to start crying.
Okay, give me an adorable roll on that one.
Hey, that's not so bad. Okay, so that's 8.
Daybella Thwompkins, there is a little girl who she just starts to, she plumps on the ground and she just starts crying, and she looks so sad and miserable that it even in your speedy state, it just pulls at your heartstring. This little girl needs a hug. She's so sad.
Well, Fromkins must take it upon himself to deliver said hug. Zooms right over to him and skids to a stop and goes, you look sad. Here, hugs work. And gives her a hug.
Just a
And
second.
jumps in front of him. Jumps in front, and like so we surround him.
You're Swampkins?
Group hug? Fromkins loves
She
group
is
hugs.
hugging him back, but she's also kind of like holding him.
And Henry has gotten on the other side and trying to use his beefy dragon form to like keep him there.
Whoa! Oh, this is nice. Oh, and you practically feel the energy being sapped out of him. Like, oh, this is good.
Good hug.
Are you Thwompkins?
I'm Fromkins. See,
Okay,
it says on my I can't reach it. Everybody's hugging me. It says it on my loincloth. It says T for Thwompkins.
Oh, okay.
It
But
does indeed.
stop.
That's very
Because-
cool.
Jacques. Do you know who Jacques is?
Oh yeah, I know Jacques. He's not much of a hugger, but he's a good guy, and he tells me to do stuff, and I do it for him because he's really cool.
Yes, he gave us instructions, or as my kid says, destructions, that that you're supposed to help us.
Oh, I do destruction sometimes. Sometimes he's like, hey, destruct that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can destruct that. I would show you with my arms, but we're hugging right now, so.
And I'm not gonna let you go because you'll go right across the courtyard again, and I'm not very fast.
I'm good now. I'm good. Jacques sent you. I stand still for Jacques.
Well, okay. We have a secret mission for Jacques.
Oh, I like those. Those are good. Those are fun. It's sometimes like, you get to do fun things, like talk to a kid and be like, hey, this is a secret. I got a secret. And I mean, secrets are fun.
Wait, don't do that though.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just
Oh, no. You're supposed to say that to the kid that you're supposed to pass the secret on to.
Why?
And not tell anyone else, or otherwise Jacques gets mad.
If you get the feeling like you gotta tell somebody before then, tell Daybella.
I got lots of secrets.
okay.
She's really good at understanding and keeping secrets.
Wait, Daybella.
This is my friend, Daybella.
And I would assume the hug is dispersed and stuff.
Yeah, sure. She cautiously
I don't
lets
know.
you go.
Henry's still
Actually,
kind of
no, it's still
still
there.
kind of right up.
He goes, wait, Daybella. I know a Daybella, and she was nice and has a balloon.
Yeah, that's
And-
me.
Yeah,
And-
that's
Oh,
you right there.
Daybella. Hug
You've
gets
been
tighter.
hugging her.
We met
Hug
once.
gets tighter. Yeah, we got all them cookies.
And if
Oh,
you'd
and
like
that's
to
where
hear
I got
about
my
that,
loincloth.
get her on Patreon. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he's a tough kid. He can help us. You have to help us. Because Jacques said so.
Okay. I can help.
Very cool.
Mustache.
Very cool.
Oh, I had to give the warning though that sometimes if I get like too angry or like too sleepy, I do. I would show you, but we're still hugging. But I kind of go and then I turn to like stone sometimes. So it's I had to give that warning just in case sometimes.
Why that? Why you do that?
Oh, cause I'm a gargoyle.
Obviously.
Sometimes you go too, Ignatius.
Well, I'm not a gargoyle.
Oh no! I go and then I stay like that, and I'm like stone, and like,
So that's what gargoyles do?
I guess
What do garboys do?
that's what the
Yeah.
that's what the nurses tell me.
I'm a dragon, so I can fly.
Yeah,
Ah,
I've
it's so
seen
cool.
it. I saw her fly twice, and she jumped, and she was in the air, and she was flying, and it was majestic, and it was like soaring, and it was so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. My wings don't really do anything. They just look.
They look cool.
Wings are the coolest.
They are.
I can't fly. I grow my own friends though.
And you got that balloon.
And you have us as friends too, so
And
you
I'm
don't
your
really
friend.
have to talk about them that much.
Bella is kind of like our unspoken leader, like, cause she's got the most. Yeah, it's true. Don't listen to her. It's good. It's good.
Oh,
Every group needs a leader.
Bella. She has advisors in her head.
She
Oh,
is
old
heavy as
people.
the head that wears the mushrooms in your skull. Yeah.
Augustus, I don't think you should encourage that.
What?
your name is Augustus. Hi, I'm Pumpkins.
I'm Augustus, and
Hi, Augustus.
this is my friend Henry, and you already know.
Oh, hi, Henry. I'm Thumpkins.
Hi, Thwomkins. I'm so glad we're all friends now.
Hey, hugs still.
That's good on a hug. Ignatius is just gonna walk around like the outside of the hug with his arms crossed, like I'm a little suspicious.
Oh. Do you not like hugs? That's okay.
And cool dudes like us don't need to hug that much.
The fifth
Wow.
bump.
Because
cool.
Henry really thinks that Augustus is very cool and wants to be kind of like him.
And Augustus is looking for something to lean against.
They lean against each other,
Henry
like
saw
Team Rocket.
They're like leaning
Henry
against each
saw
other with their arms
Augustus
crossed.
do the lean.
Oh, that's so cool. I
okay.
want to be
Whatever.
cool like you.
Look, see this right here? You just lean on it with your shoulder.
Oh, okay. And Thumpkins goes to do that, but it's awkward with his, again, the short legs and the huge arms.
So you guys are all just like leaning against whatever's around.
Whatever junk there is there.
Everybody. Everybody, give me a. Oh, what are we gonna call this one?
Oh, I'm not doing it, but you guys go ahead.
Oh, you're not leaning.
I'm not
You're not
trying to
leaning.
I'm just standing there watching you guys going, oh, cool.
The three of you who are leaning, go ahead and give me adorable rolls.
Bella's decidedly uncool.
I rolled a natural 6.
Uncool.
So
Yeah.
I got an 8 total. Yay,
Okay.
natural 6.
Ooh.
Alright.
This is so on brand for Henry. He got a 3.
Okay.
And I have a 7.
All right. So two out of the 3 succeeded. That's good enough. There's you hear the sounds of a scuffle that stops momentarily, and a little girl. Her hair is in pigtails, and she's got 2 small rocks that are rotating kind of around her head in an orbit. She comes over and she's like, I couldn't help but notice how exceptionally cool you 3 are.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Thanks for noticing.
It is hard to miss it.
Yep.
Does it take a lot of work to be that cool?
It does.
never managed.
No,
It does.
no, it doesn't.
It takes
It doesn't
a lot.
take anywhere.
It takes.
I-
Oh, it's effortless, Augustus.
Well, for some people that are naturally cool,
Oh, yeah.
we just make it look easy.
Augustus is a good teacher. He just taught me how to be cool in 2 seconds. I think it was 2
Well,
seconds, or was it 10 minutes?
that's because-
I'm not sure.
Just because you're already pretty cool, and it was pretty easy because you're so cool already.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? It's not everybody. It's naturally cool.
Some people really have to work at it. Henry says he's obviously working.
Luckily, Henry's got those extra legs to kind of help him lean. Yeah.
Thwompson says to the girl. But it's okay. I believe in you that you can be cool too.
Maybe. You don't try too hard. If you trying too hard, it's not cool.
My name is Suseria, and me and my friends are not cool. But we want to be cool. Could you teach us how to be cool?
I don't think.
No, you're a lost
Oh yeah, yeah,
cause.
definitely.
No.
Wait, no,
Lost cause.
no.
No.
What you gotta try to do is be a woof.
A
A
roof?
roof.
Oh,
But there is
But
that.
we're
No.
outside.
A roof.
a woof.
Oh wait, you want me to go to the roof? I can probably
not
I can
you.
probably
Go
climb up to
on.
the roof.
A woof.
Pumpkins, you're
What's
already
a
in our
roof?
team.
Where can I find a loof at?
Oh, is that thing that the nurses go when the nurses are like, "Oh, I gotta get a new loof. My showers are not that great anymore because I need a new loof."
No, it's similar
Yeah, it's just
but
like
different.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
like you don't really care about what nobody says.
Maybe we could like make a trade because we want to learn how to be cool too.
Okay, what you got, kid?
You
have any cookies?
She's patting herself. Well, we keep all of the cookies back in our sanctorum.
Well,
Ew.
where was that by chance? Oh, you have a lot of cookies there?
We have some cookies, but we also have the knowledge of the ages.
I don't care about that. I care about the cookies.
And the rocks around her head spin around faster.
That sounds
I do
good.
like knowledge of ages.
That could be helpful for our mission.
I'm this many ages.
Huh?
She counts. She holds your paw up. You are 4.
I think. That's pretty close anyway.
Something like that.
Oh, you're
An
4?
age.
Maybe, or 3. I had a birthday because I wanted to recently. So, I'm not. Yeah, I'm 4.
I don't even know when my birthday is.
Just make
So
one up.
that's
That's what
very
I did.
smart.
Choose when you do a
That's
birthday.
very smart.
Having a birthday and not knowing about your birthday are both very cool. You could teach us so much.
Well, I think today is Henry's birthday. As a matter of fact, I checked the knowledge of the ages, and
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to me!
happy birthday,
Happy
Henry!
birthday!
I knew you could do it.
Oh, here, I got a present, and hands Henry a cookie.
Wow, it's amazing present.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank you.
See, now we can be
Walking.
friends.
And
My
now you know
gosh.
how to get 3 cookies out of Thwompkins.
It's his birthday! And out of nowhere, these 4 or 5 kids show up, and they're dressed in vests of the same color. They're like red and white striped vests, and they jump up on all of the booths, and they all start singing, "Happy freaking birthday! Happy freaking birthday! Happy freaking birthday to you!" And then they just all disappear again. Yep.
Okay, so what
I love
just
those
happened?
guys.
That was not cool. Okay, so that's a second lesson in
And cool.
being cool.
No, you don't know them. They're the
don't sing.
courtyard singers. They come when you're like, I got a birthday. Watch, see, they'll do it again. A birthday.
And all of a sudden, these 4 kids come rushing out of nowhere, jump up on the "Happy freaking birthday! Happy freaking birthday! Happy
Sorry,
freaking
it
birthday
wasn't
to you."
actually my birthday. I just wanted to show you guys off.
But the vest, it's be a woof. That's lesson 1, and 2, don't wear that vest. Whatever you do.
No matching clothes.
Well, I don't wear a shirt, so it's okay.
Snapping is pretty cool. That's not bad.
Snapping? Thwompkins has 3 fingers on each hand, so snapping is not exactly easy for him, but he's trying.
Henry keeps trying with his like little dragon claw.
Or whistling.
Whistling is also cool. There is so much to learn.
Only when you don't care.
Please come and teach us how not to care about being cool. And we'll teach you all sorts of weird stuff that we know.
I wanna go.
We'll see. Maybe sometime.
I wanna go.
I want to go, but if
Debella, be a
I
woof.
wanna be a wolf and cool. I wanna be
Also,
smart.
guys,
and learn.
I don't know. We kind of have a very important appointment today. Way more
Oh,
important than these guys.
right. Oh yeah,
Appointments
yeah.
are cool.
Yeah, we
What
gotta
is
do
your
that.
appointment? I like appointments.
I cannot tell you because you don't know about it.
I was appointed king emperor of everything. That's my new appointment.
Oh, the king of everything?
That's true.
The king emperor.
The king emperor of everything?
But Daybella's still willing.
I stand in the presence of royalty, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I leaning in the presence of royalty?
Yeah.
We are all leading, but we gotta lead ourselves right out of here because we've got.
Wait, we gotta lean out of
an
here?
appointment.
Oh, you know what?
Literally falls over.
You know what, Henry? Happy birthday, Henry.
Thanks, guys. I'm even gonna work
Happy
on
freaking
my
birthday!
appointment.
Happy freaking birthday! Happy freaking birthday to you!
I even have to work on this appointment on my birthday. Guys, we gotta go.
You always have to
Nonsense.
Isn't that the worst? It's your birthday.
It's a living.
I tried asking off, and they just wouldn't.
Cecilia kind of shrugs, and she's like, well, we could have helped you with your appointment. We know all sorts of stuff about appointments and secrets and weird knowledge because we're the weird kids, and that's what we do. But what we're not is cool. But I would have liked to be cool. But if you guys are too cool for us, I guess that's okay. And her rocks kind of droop a little bit. They're going slow.
I love the rocks. I love your rocks. Your rocks are so cool. You are cool.
Aww. Her rocks kind of perk up a little bit.
Unless you have books.
Of course we have books. We're the weird kids.
Wait, I don't have
We are
books.
the keepers of knowledge.
I already know stuff in books.
I will trade you all my coolness for a book.
All of
Henry,
your coolness.
watch out. You don't
All of
have a
it.
watch yet, Henry. Be careful.
I mean, that seems like a lot of coolness.
It is a lot of coolness.
It is totally a lot.
And
actually.
I get all of your coolness. for
All of
one
my
our
coolness.
books.
Just one book.
Yes.
But we get to pick it.
Heck of a deal.
Give me a crafty roll.
Okay, Crafty's a good at precociousness skill. That's good. 9. Oh wait, I'm going to use. I have a. Was it a peppermint wheel that I could use? Peppermint candy. I want to use a piece of candy to get another +1.
Okay, so that puts you at 10.
Yes.
She got a 6, so you blew her out of the water. Yes. Yes. All of your coolness for one of our books, and you can choose which one you want. You understand the ramifications of reading a book, don't you?
I absolutely do.
It could change you in fundamental ways.
I tried reading a book once, but then I ended up just throwing it by accident. And then the book was taken away from me.
Sometimes a book can change your whole life.
Whoa.
Or if you hit somebody with it, it changes theirs.
Oh yeah, that's what I did when I threw it.
They're good.
You are both cool and wise. Come with me.
I got put in timeout.
Cecilia turns on her heels and starts walking with her.
Well,
And she
let's
starts
go,
marching
guy.
away.
Yeah, I'll go.
And she's not looking that you're behind. And
Henry's coming.
The two little rocks spin around her head.
Oh, Flumpkins is following just to follow those stones.
And eventually, every once in a while, they like flick her braids. So she's like, she's very animated. Everyone's met one of those kids that is way too,
Yeah, I think we're going for that. Way too.
way
So
too
extra.
She's a bit way too. Yeah.
If I can't be accurate, I sure as hell can be extra.
Exactly.
She like guacamole. She extra too.
She extra too. Yep. Always trying to steal them cookies. She takes you down a hallway, and you make a couple turns into sections that you've never been before. And eventually, you stop in front of a large door that has been painted black. And there are drawings and carvings in the wood of the door. They're weird words and symbols that you think you can almost make out. And Cecilia stands in front of the door, and she turns and looks at you and says, I need you all to turn around.
Okay.
Because I have to do magic to get into the room, and it's a secret.
But we can't. I mean,
Thwompkins was already turned around
see
the moment she said it.
The magic. I want to see it.
Henry turns around slowly, but keeps
I was going
going.
to say,
so
Bella
that
covers her eyes and just starts
he-
spinning in a circle.
And so that as soon as they turn their back, he's facing the door again.
Ignatius is covering his eyes, but he's leaving. Yeah.
She looks at you, and she leans into the door, and she traces her finger on one of the sigils, but it doesn't really do anything. She's just tracing her finger on the sigil. And then you hear a, "Hey, I did the magic thing. Let me in." You all hear a voice from inside the room that says, "You have completed the ritual of entry."
Can we look now?
Yes, you can look, but beware, you are about to see something that few have seen before. Your tiny brains may become expanded out of your eardrums from all of the amazing magicalness.
Sounds pretty cool.
Taylor covers her ears.
Wait, can I turn back now?
No.
Okay.
No, it's fine. Just, you might want to
Thwompkins, we need
beware,
you.
because it's going to be pretty magical.
We do lots of side quests, Thwompkin, so you better be with the program.
Behold, the Sanctum Sanctorum. And then she whispers, "Okay, open the door." Yes, the ritual. The ritual is completed. And the door opens, and there is the room. You can see from the hallway is all black, but it's like black construction paper and black tablecloths, and they've just draped everything in black that they could. There's crayon on walls where they could try to cover in the spots that they didn't have construction paper for. And all over there are pieces of paper with more of these symbols drawn on them that they just kind of stuck to different areas. There are 4 kids in the room that you can see, and they're all wearing the same hoods that are obviously towels that they've just put over their heads as hoods. They're all held together with, looks like safety pins to give them the kind of hood appearance. And they're standing around a big glass ball on a stack of books that is kind of precariously balanced on the top of this ball, or on top of the stack of books. And every once in a while, one of them will lean in and go, "Ooh." The Suseria turns to you and just, "Shh. They're communing with the spirits. We need to be quiet."
Thwompkins still has not turned around.
You can turn around now, but you need to
Oh,
be
okay.
quiet.
Henry kind of listens. So what book are you gonna give me for all my coolness?
Just wait. I'll show you the library in a second.
I really like
Okay.
what you've done with the place.
Yeah, we have a certain aesthetic, and it fits us very well. But they're communing with the spirits. From the doorway, a head pokes out, but it's about 3 feet off the ground, and instead of having hands, it's got little tentacles, and it kind of pulls the door, and it's a giant floating eyeball with surrounded by these tentacles, and it's got a tiny little mouth, and it says, "Suseria, we're in the middle of a summoning ritual right now, right? This is not a good time for guests."
Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. They're cool. They're going to teach us how to be cool. I made a deal to trade a book for coolness.
We're cool.
And Ignatius is leaning and looking super cool.
Oh, we've
We're
never
a
been
roof.
cool before. This could
be huge.
take our...
Could change everything.
Yeah, it could change everything. Okay, come in. Okay, you guys can come in, but you gotta be quiet, because we're doing a summoning ritual and communing with the spirits. You come into the room, and Cecilia and the eyeball, who hasn't introduced himself, kind of push you guys off to the sides, and you're trying not to touch anything, because not only is everything black, there's also a sticky goop all over a lot of the stuff, and you realize the eyeball is just constantly dripping like slime. And just kind of, and wherever he goes, he just kind of leaves a trail behind him.
You remember when I said some people it's way harder to be cool? But,
Huh?
if you got a tail or wings, it's easy. But if you got goo, it's much harder.
I got goo sometimes. I mean, but then I need to get changed.
Not cool.
Not cool?
Not cool.
Getting changed is not cool. You just gotta live with it.
I thought getting
All
changed
cool
was
is
cool.
just deal with it. Yeah.
Talk about poo in your pants, not very cool. Well, look at me, I ain't talking about it.
Oh, you just did.
Nope, I didn't hear anything of the sort.
I don't know what you're
Peeing
talking
your
about.
pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis. All right.
Oh my god, that's so gross.
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants. All right.
Hi, this is Erin. Thank you for listening to Even Footing Games. As a new podcast, reviews really help us grow our reach. If you would like to contact us or give us feedback on Babies and Broadswords, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Even Footing Games, or email us at evenfootinggames@gmail.com. We want to take some time to thank our newest patrons, Debbie, Alex, and Gina. Thank you so much for all you do. If you want to be as cool as these three, you can also support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/evenfootinggames. We have a development blog and extra episodes, sneak peeks at art, and at certain levels, you get our book PDF for free. Thank you as always to the gentlemen for the use of their song Rubber Ball. And now let's get back to it.
The kids in the middle are all speaking quietly. They're chanting something, and when you listen in, the closer you get, you understand. You hear what they're chanting is chanting, chanting, chanting.
I'll join
Spooky sound,
Chanting, chanting,
Their eyes get big as you join in, but
chanting.
a little girl.
Chanting.
A little girl nods and she points her hands to you, Ignatius, out of her robes and says, "You have been touched by the spirits. Join us in our summoning circle."
Mind if I do? All right. Chanting.
Chanting. So
Spooky.
they take hands, and they take your hand as well, Ignatius, and you're all staring into the ball. Ignatius, give me a brainy roll, actually.
I am a know-it-all, so I'm going to apply +1 to my brainy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good roll. Let's see what we got here. 9.
Ignatius, it's not just a glass ball. You do see a swirling of like smoke inside the ball, and you see what looks to be Esteban and Isabeau, and they are frozen, like they're standing still, and they have looks of fear on their face, and it looks like they're trying to run away from something, but they're stuck.
Oh no, it's a bow!
And the vision disappears, and the little girl who summoned you into the circle looks at you and goes, "Did you recognize?"
That's my sister!
"Oh no, she is in grave danger."
Oh my gosh, guys. Sounds like enough side quest to me. We gotta get Izzy.
"She is deep in the underground and has been found by the Punicorns."
The what?
The what?
The
What?
Punicorns.
Unicorns. Whoa.
Let's hurry up and exchange coolness for books so that we can have something to help Izzy with.
Well, we can't help from here. I mean, wait, you're gonna help us be cool?
Yes. So you got to give me the books,
Hey,
and then I'm going to give you all my cool.
Hey.
And it's his birthday, so he's extra cool today.
Happy freaking birthday. Happy freaking birthday.
Wow, they even go down here.
They just pop out of the
girl
woodwork.
pulls her hood off, and she says, Goopy, turn on a light. It's way too dark for talking in here now. And the eyeball rolls over, and he lights up he gets a little match in his hands, and he's trying to strike it, and it's just getting goop all over the place. Finally, he gets one and lights a candle and lights up the room. And all of the other weird kids take off their hoods, and they look at Cecilia. You traded a book for coolness? And Cecilia yes, I did. They all go, that's
I'm gonna be very honest. That's already
a good trade.
Pretty cool move. So you're halfway there.
I can tell. My name is Hutzpah, and I am the weirdest kid of all. And I can tell you are all very cool. And you, she points to Ignatius, actually saw something in the crystal ball, which kind of doesn't really happen because we're pretending most of the time. So I'm kind of really freaking out about that, to tell you the truth. So you all must be cool.
It's just part of being so cool. Just things just happen.
So I'm going to tell you guys what. We're going to let you see 2 books, and it looks like your sister needs to get to the underground, and we can tell you how to get to the underground too.
Okay.
Because we're weird kids and we know stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Third rule to being cool. Don't tell people you're weird.
Or probably that you're cool. Don't say that you're cool.
That's who we are, though. We're the weird kids.
Should I be writing this
group name? Can you write? That's pretty impressive.
No. Should I be writing this down? Because I can't write.
Sure.
I can write.
Makes you feel better.
You're so cool.
And she gives you 2 pieces of construction paper, Wompkins, and says, "Sorry, it's all in black. That's the only color of construction paper that we have. So it's kind of hard to take notes on
it. But they're secret notes because you can't read them.
Yeah. Ooh, they're secret notes.
But I can't write.
Invisible crayon.
Cecilia, go get the books." And Cecilia nods her head. She runs over to a black box that you had seen.
Wait, a black one?
And she starts... Yeah, like a black box, yeah.
Everything in here.
It's a cardboard box that's been painted black, and it's got the sigils on it, and she's tracing her finger on the different symbols, going, I'm tracing the magic spell. I am casting spells. Open the box. And then she opens up the box.
Whoa, that is so cool.
Magic.
I am impressive.
And she reaches in and she pulls out 5 books, 5 picture books, and she puts them in front of you, Henry, since she made the deal with you. You may choose 2 to learn from, but your lives will be changed forever.
That is quite a repository you have there.
Yes, we have 5 books.
Do you have any picture books?
They're all picture books.
They're all picture books.
Yay!
So these books, these are the 5 books that she has. And each one will teach you a knack, but you can only use them once. So basically, you guys have the chance to learn 2 knacks, but you have to kind of figure out who's going to get to learn them, because it's like they're single-use knack books. All right. So the first book, Henry, as you go through, it's called Clapper the Big Red Dragon, and it's a picture book about a big red dragon who lives in this city, and he basically torments and demolishes everything he comes across. But he's but it's cute,
just
guess.
like me.
Just like you.
It's the history of your people, Henry. On your birthday. It's a fine.
And if you read Clapper the Big Red Dragon, it grants you the Dragon Hide knack, which lets you take a +1 on any quiet roll. The second book is Tamala and Suseria Go to the Dance, And this is a picture book of a little boy and girl named Tamala and Suseria, and it teaches manners and proper etiquette. If you use this book, it'll teach you the knack of sharing is caring. Sharing is caring lets you take one umpy, grump or ouchie. You take one groucher.
We're saving that for the end. Remember, we're saving
ouch or grumpy in lieu of one of your friends. So if one of your friends takes an ouch, you can take that ouch instead. Third book is Big Science for Big Kids. And this can teach you the knack. This will teach you the knack One Smart Cookie, which lets you give a +1 to any brainy skill. The fourth book.
Now, is that a permanent +1?
They're knacks, so you can use them. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Knacks can be used. You need a cookie to use a knack, but you can use a knack twice a break. But they need a cookie to shut off. The next book is Siege Weapons for Kids.
Jeju base for toddlers.
Which gives you the arts and crafts knack, which lets you upgrade armor. And the last book is Everybody Lets Terrible Things Come Out of Their Bodies that shouldn't be touched by anybody else.
Daybella, it's your story.
Oh, hey.
Which will grant you the knack Tasha's diaper full of everything, which lets you take add an extra 2 points of damage to any attack, but you take a point of ouchie damage because it gives you a diaper rash to use. So those are the 5 books, and they will let you guys pick 2, but the books can only be used once. So you kind of have to figure out who's going to learn the knacks and which 2 books you're going to pick.
Well, I think the dragon hide makes sense.
We need to talk about it as a group. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys.
Do you want to use the robes for your circle?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
So all the kids take off their towel robes and they give them to you. And you guys put on your towel robes.
It probably does not fit Thwompkins well.
No, it just kind of like sits on his head.
Or Henry, probably.
Or Henry. Yeah, your robes just kind of like rest on your heads, almost like you're playing a shepherd in a
Absolutely
grade school
love
that.
nativity play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They don't do anything for you, but they aside from make you feel like your conclave is spookier and more secret.
And cool.
And all of the kids are nice enough to kind of pretend to not be listening in. They just all turn their backs and they're
That's pretty cool. That right there, what you're doing, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's already working.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not very sneaky, so +1 to quiet would be very helpful for me.
It's also your birthday, so you should have
The
one.
dragon book.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so we'll get the dragon book, but what else should we have? Should we get arts and crafts so that Daybella could make stuff?
I like
I'm okay with that.
Because that could maybe benefit the whole group.
I will say that Thwompkins does not much have much of a poker face, so he's definitely like biting his bottom lip as he's eyeballing the Tasha's diaper full of everything book. He's like,
You mean everybody has terrible things that come out of them and should not be touched by anybody?
yes.
But Thwompkins.
What? I wasn't looking at anything.
Siege weapons.
Okay.
Well,
I wasn't doing
armor, I
anything.
guess. It teaches us armor.
That's like pirates
No,
and stuff.
arts-
High seas weapons.
Okay. I wasn't looking at anything, I swear. I mean, I don't
It's
swear
not-
because I was looking at something, but I wasn't looking at any. Okay.
Arts and crafts, though, is different than waxsmithery, which waxsmithery makes weapons,
Oh.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah.
teaches armor. Yeah.
Armor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart, Henry. So, if that's what you think is best, I think that
Yeah.
whatever you think is best.
I think we should give arts and crafts to Daybella.
You're
I like
also the
arts and
birthday
crafts.
dragon, so that means you should definitely pick.
Happy freaking birthday! Happy freaking birthday!
These guys again. They'll never be cool.
Okay.
How do they keep
thought
getting
everyone's
into
okay
our
with it.
hideout?
I thought this place was secret.
thought it was.
Nothing
too.
is secret to the courtyard carolers.
So you have made your decisions.
Yeah.
We have.
Okay, you can read the books then. And she snags the ones you don't take. So you can read through the books, and as you read each book, you are imparted with the wisdom that they teach. And so, Henry, you gain the dragonhide knack, and Daybella, you gain the arts and crafts knack.
Okay.
Henry now says, "Are you ready to learn from my coolness?"
They take the books back and put them back in the box, and they all stand there expectantly. Yes, make us cool.
Okay. So Henry tries to do the lean like Ignatius, but he goes, so this is called the smolder. And he kind of goes like, because he's trying to do his dragon breath.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a beefy roll.
Ooh, is it hot in here?
Take off all your robes. Yep.
Okay, so I also have I'm gonna eat one cookie so that I can take my one beefy from my other knack. And so I'm gonna get a 7.
Henry, you do indeed. You put a little burst out, and then it's just the smoke just kind of billows in front of you, and you look like a French movie star from the 50s, just letting the smoke kind of drift out. Yeah? And the weird kids are, that's the coolest thing we've ever seen. So you're saying to be cool, we have to smoke? Okay, that's good to know. Smoking is cool. Thanks, Mr. Dragon.
I've seen the nurses behind the place, and they sit there and smoke.
They look pretty cool
and stuff.
Disclaimer, kids, do not smoke.
Smoking is not cool.
They look kind of sad, and whenever I try to hug them, they say, "Leave us alone."
Guys, I have to tell you that the kind of smoking I mean is dragon smoking. And unfortunately, none of you are dragons.
It's kind of like a vapor or something. I heard that word once.
They lean in together, and you hear the eyeball kid go, "The secret to being cool is dragon smoke." And they all slowly look at you, Henry, and their hands begin to twitch under their robes.
That we are wearing the robes.
They got their robes.
Yeah.
They got their robes. Yeah. There's robes all over the place. Yeah. There's always more robes.
Where do they get them?
Yeah. They've got robes for days.
Is that a quirk?
Here, robes for days? Yeah. That's a special weird kid only ability. The air in the room suddenly feels chillier. And Cecilia kind of steps in front of everybody and leans into you and goes, "If I were you, I would probably want to be somewhere else right now.
I'm gonna take your smoke.
It looks like they're summoning their magical abilities. You can get to the underground through the old potties. Quick, go. I'll try to hold them back." And she puts her hands up and says, "You shall not pass." But seriously, go ahead, go. No, guys, no, they're friends. They're friends. Stop it, everybody. I want the dragon smoke. I want the dragon smoke.
Henry does not stop or pass go. Just gets right out.
Swampkin zooms out.
I follow.
Thank you. I'll never forget you.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Zooms back, gives her a hug.
This game was
zooms
fun.
out
We'll play again sometime. Yeah. And you exit the weird kid's room. They have told you there's an entrance to the underground in the old potties, which is different from the potties that everybody else goes to. Give me crafty rolls, everybody. Crafty is your knowledge of Lady Chastity's and the people and places within it.
I got a 4.
9.
6.
Not very good
I got
for me.
a 10.
Oh,
I have a bonus to
Jeez.
crafty from my class.
Daybella.
I got a 9.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. That's good too, Henry. That's good.
You too,
It's
Henry.
It's just Daybella's
I got a
tennis.
6.
That's
And Henry
not as
gets
good,
a +1
but okay.
bonus because it's his birthday.
Daybella. The old potties, you know where they are. And the reason they're the old potties is because they are haunted. Strange sounds come out of the old potties. And not just the normal strange sounds that come out of potties. Like different spooky strange sounds come out of the old potties. You could get there. You know where it is because you learned to avoid the old potties. Even the little mushroom guys in your head, they're not too keen on the old potties. And they usually like spooky stuff.
Well, I was gonna say, sometimes dead people know things. It might not be so bad.
Wait, did you say dead people?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, dead people? What's dead?
Nothing cool about dead people.
Well, like the spooky ghosts.
Maybe we can teach them to
we
be
have
cool.
to go to the ghost potty.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I know what a ghost is.
Yeah. Yeah, I know too. It's just, it doesn't seem like a cool place. And you guys are all about cool, huh?
I mean, ghosts are just people that go ooh and boo.
I mean, you see what being cool does for us. You got those cool books. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we could check it out. I mean, I don't. That's the
okay.
only way to go.
okay.
Okay.
so we head to the old potties.
How do we get there? Do I know how to like straight where to go?
Daybella, give me a straight precociousness roll.
That's a 10.
The locket that you wear starts to glow ever so slightly. It feels warm against your chest, and it kind of pulses insistently.
I open it.
Everybody else sees Daybella open her locket, and she just kind of goes blank, like she's just staring at a wall. She spaces out. Daybella, coming from the locket as you open it, these little tendrils start kind of reaching out. They're root systems, and 2 mushroom people pop out.
Hi.
You're the only one who sees them, though. But you're talking to them. You're like, "Oh, hi, hi, mushroom people who live in my head." As far as everyone else is concerned, you are just talking to no one in the middle of the hallway.
Oh, she's got imaginary friends.
Sure, they're imaginary.
The larger one says, "Oh, hello, Daybella. It's nice to see you again. We wanted to speak to you if you have some time for us."
Sure. That's nice to see you instead of just hear you.
The smaller one says, "It's nice to see you too, dear. We wanted to warn you, though, because you are stepping into what could be a very dangerous situation." "Do you know what lives in the old potties?"
Nothing. They're all dead.
"That's right. And do you know the thing about dead people is? They're kind of jerks. We want you to be very careful.
Okay.
You'll meet someone in the potties who might want you to do something for him. Be very careful what you agree to." "We have to keep you safe for a greater purpose, little one.
Okay, of
We
course.
don't want you getting in any trouble. So you be very careful in the potties, okay?"
Okay.
"Good. Remember what we said." And they start to float back into your locket. "Dead people are jerks."
Bye. I'll remember.
And your locket closes.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Dead people are jerks.
Daybella has been talking to a wall.
Yeah, I closed the locket and I just said, "Okay, let's go."
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone's cool with that? All right, cool.
I mean, tell
I
your.
mean, I feel like that's kind of par for the course with Daybella.
A little bit,
Like, we've
yeah.
been around her a
Yeah.
little bit.
Tell them I said hi.
Daybella does mutter to herself every now and then.
I just look
but-
up at,
but
like, I roll my eyes back a little bit and I said, "They say hi back."
there's a little hint of maybe a root kind of flicking out of her ear, really, just like.
Little
Yep.
puff of spores.
I had that sometimes when I stopped being stoned.
Thwompkins doesn't have to worry about infestation. He's made of rocks. Yes, Daybella knows where the old potties are.
They'll take a liking to him.
Oh.
You're done.
You're
Alright, I'll take a time out.
No.
I see everybody's taking
you know
two
what?
grumps
You know
for
what?
that.
Get a gold star. for
Yay!
that. Give yourself a
For
gold
grumping everyone.
star.
Finally.
You've irritated everybody else with that terrible pun, which is in and of itself a very kid thing to do. So give yourself a gold star.
And now she tells it 5 more times.
And now she tells it 5 more times. Yeah. It got a laugh once, so we're just going to keep telling
Guys,
it over and over and over again.
remember? Lichen?
Remember when I said lichen? It takes a lichen.
I remember.
Boo! Boo! Daybella takes you to the old toilet, the old potties, and they are in an older part of the orphanage. It's a part that really hasn't been claimed. It's behind lots of kind of debris that has been built up to block the hallways off. She points to a door at the end of a hallway, and she goes, "It's, there it is. That's the old potties." And it's got a sign that's kind of swinging from a rusty nail that says "out of order," and someone has scribbled the number 4 and the letters EVER underneath.
Forever.
What does that say?
It says, beware, do not enter our own risk. I know that.
Oh.
Terrible things are inside.
Risk is that game that some of the older kids play that I don't understand.
I like the horse pieces.
It's a long, dark hallway, and everybody give me a nosy roll.
4.
5.
4.
Nosy, that's cuteness?
Mm-hmm.
That's 9. We're all good today.
God, you guys are lucky Daybellas here.
Just wait till it gets to the muscly parts. That's where I'll come in.
Daybella, the floor looks really iffy. There are holes in the floor that you can't necessarily see unless you're right there. There are some boards with nails sticking out of them, and you know that stepping on a nail is a bad thing. You're going to have a bad time. It hurts. Your friend Sally stepped on a nail once, and she couldn't talk for a week, and then nobody saw her again.
Wow.
Dark.
Wow.
Because they moved her to another part of the orphanage.
Yes, sure.
What's
She
wrong
became
with
a
you
quiet
people?
kid.
She became one of the quiet kids,
no.
yes. The quiet kids are the kids who live on the other side of the orphanage that they don't really hang out much anymore.
You don't see them on the courtyard.
We don't see them. We don't see them in the courtyard, the quiet kids. I got to remember to send you guys over to the quiet kids section one of these days.
Do they all take dirt naps?
They take dirt naps, yeah. They take naps forever.
Okay. Well,
So it is going to be a tricksy passage across the hallway, but since you know about it, you're a little bit forewarned. So Daybella, as you stand on the threshold with your group behind you, the cool kids, as you've come to be known, good for you all, you see this long, dark hallway full of traps and pitfalls, and you know that it's going to be a true test of your baby strength and agility and craftiness to get across it before you can even begin to conquer the eldritch evils of the old potties. And that's where we're going to stop the adventure for today.
get tetanus next time.
Tetanus next time. So if you are listening, thank you so much, but we're not done yet. We're actually going to go over some of our rules discussion. This game is, like if you've listened to the past episodes, it is part play test and part game design and part campaign. It's all this stuff. We're designing this game ourselves as we go. So we figured the best way to kind of go over things that we would like to look at and change the rules-wise is to actually wait till after we finish the campaign. So we're going to stop kind of doing the big kid timeouts and just save everything for the end. So if you're not interested in the nuts and bolts of stuff, you can go now and hi, bye, thanks.
Bye.
But if you don't
Thanks
suck
for
and you want to
listening.
stick around, then we'll talk about some of the rules, things that we might have gone over today that we'd like to discuss. So chat-wise, rule-wise, just so folks know, one of the main changes that we made, and this was a discussion that we kind of all had and decided on. Originally, one of our cuteness rules was kawaii, your persuasion rules. Because I personally, when I was writing the book liked that idea of a culture that was just about cute, adorable, innocent things. However, because this is not a term that is kind of known, and because there was some concerns of appropriation, because it is a Japanese cultural thing, and most of us are Americans, or of white people, we'll say, the majority of us, that we were worried about maybe using this term was a question of appropriation. So we swapped it around to adorable, which kind of got the same tone, and I think fits in a little better.
Adorbs.
Is it adorable or is it adorbs? I thought we put adorbs.
Oh, did we
Yeah,
go
I liked
adorbs?
adorbs.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I liked
I think we'll go
adorbs.
back. For
Bunch
the book,
of
though, what do
dorbs.
we prefer? We don't really have any meme speak anywhere else in the.
Yeah, that was my main issue. Is just
Yeah.
like everywhere else,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
really have like shorthand. It's just precociousness is
Right,
like
right.
straight up like, a big kid word, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's a big kid
yeah,
word. Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
I don't feel like adorable would be out of place, and I felt like kawaii
Oh, no,
definitely just didn't
definitely.
like match with the rest of them.
Didn't match, right,
Yeah.
right.
My except for muscly, pretty much all the skill words are 2 syllables. Muscly being the only 3. So I thought adorbs was muscle. Yeah, I thought adorbs being 2 syllables.
Okay,
was
would fit in with
fit.
that. That's interesting. Okay.
Because you got muscly, nimble, beefy, quiet,
Right.
nosy, brainy, crafty, clever, and then adorbs.
Adorable out of it. No, yeah. That's a good point.
I like adorable. I think it does fit with our nomenclature a little bit more smoothly.
Yeah, I like it.
I think adorable is probably the way to
Sure.
go. Yeah, it doesn't fit in with the scheme, the sound scheme you're right there, Jack. But
No, that's fine. I was just throwing that out there.
yeah. No, I appreciate it. Normally when I write, I do write to a meter as well. Like I try to keep, if
Your
I've got a bunch of words that are all
musicalness.
2 syllables, I want to continue on that. Yeah, but I think in this case, adorbs might be just a step outside of.
And we could also pull out the Thorith.
Yeah, we
in
do.
the worst case.
We'll all
The
take a look
Thorith.
at our Thorith. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't give the Thortherer a Thorith. That would, I think it was just, I don't know why I missed that. Maybe we'll change the heavy whacking book to a Thorith.
That's good.
The Thortherer get to the Thorith? Yeah, actually, I think I actually do like that. I'm going to make that.
I don't really like, but like you could still call it a heavy whacking book, but like I like that the fact that it is. I mean, it's a brainy class, and like it gives you more reason to like say things wrong, like roleplay
Yeah.
wise. I think it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a Thorith. And if you choose to play it like you're always using the wrong word, was that a malpropism, that you use the wrong word in the situation, then that's just adorable. That's adorbs. Yeah.
What about a precious skill check?
Sounds just like precocious, though. Actually,
Yeah, it
a little
does.
bit, yeah.
almost half the kids that I played with, under 15 or whatever, said precious instead of precocious.
Well, it's better than what I sometimes accidentally replace it with.
I don't even want to know.
And moving on.
Moving on. I don't know what.
There's a word that sounds very similar that
Yeah,
I
I
kept
bet
thinking
there
it was
is.
at first until my wife corrected me.
Jack, no. Okay. I don't know that we've made any other big rule changes outside of the game, but did we? Were there any campaign things today that we wanted to visit?
I do want to just clarify, because I believe it's been changed since we last got a gold star. Gold stars now, do we want to go over that? What a gold star does
what a gold
for
star
you,
now
rather
does?
than
Yeah. Gold stars are awards given out by the sitter for particularly impressive acts of toddler antics or good pretending. Each can be used to add an additional 1d6 to any roll. That's how we changed. Do we like that? So basically,
I love
it's
Yeah.
I
like
think that works.
to borrow a 5e. It's almost bardic inspiration at that point.
Yeah.
So any roll that you make, as if you have a gold star, you can add a 1d6 to it.
And you can do that after the roll is made and you see a result, but before you
Yes.
know if it
Yes,
succeeds.
I think that's an important distinction that I'm going to add in right now. Yeah, because it's no fun if you don't need to use it. Yeah, but if it's something that gets you out of a jam like a last second, then that's a good call. A big thing that we've been talking about I'm sorry. Were there any other campaign things that we'd noticed?
Not from today, no.
No, not
I
really.
don't think so. I will say that in my playtest yesterday, I played with someone for the third time. So I've played now through several rule changes with him. And while everyone so far has agreed that when we reduced the perk and knack bonuses, that they're a lot more suitable for the limited range of roles that we have. However, a bunch of people ran out of their knack. And because you can use them 2 times per rest and the breaks, because the breaks aren't coming up as often as
we're not hitting the breaks enough. Okay.
So we were either saying we try to hit breaks quicker still, or we improve that knack to 3 times per break, because it's only a +1, and both were equally popular among the people I talked to.
I mean, it's got that penalty still anyway, so it's not like this is a big, like a big boost in power or anything, because again, you're still taking and some of them, like the 2 ouchies, and they always still cost the cookies, so.
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe, because like there just isn't that much combat, maybe there could be other things that, like, a kid doesn't get your joke, you get a grump, or so, just kind of throughout more uses of kind of social and emotional ouchies. And
that's actually a good point, because that's something I've been trying to work more into the one-shots I'm writing, is more like interaction with your environment, or just things that are going on that could give you grumps or tummy aches.
And I don't want to say that there obviously is a place for a heavy combat game in this, but like a lot of times there's a lot of social interactions, and like figuring stuff out, and it's not actually getting ouchies.
Yeah, and we have a lot of options, especially with like the big kid rule for rolling to pick your defend. That really give a lot of options towards not beating something up. Like when I did my playtest on Wednesday, they pretty much fought him with words. Words and cuteness, and the Warwalk opened up her cape and a bunch of bats flew out using her Warwalk abilities and stuff like that. And very little actual hitting was going on.
Well, all of those attacks, the things that you do in combat, whether it be opening up your cape or hugging, that those do damage in the sense that they, So combat isn't just about hitting. It's it's about doing what your character wants to do to win the fight. And if it's if it's hugging it out, if it's scaring them so they run away, if it's out, talking them out of the fight, that still all does damage, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I think if we give the sitters the ability to kind of give out misfortunes based on situational narrative things, then that makes sense. That'll get us to those breaks quicker.
Yes.
But also upping the number of knacks that you can do will get us to breaks quicker as well, because you do take...
It'll burn us through cookies more.
It burns through cookies quicker, and it burns, you'll take tummy ache quicker, you'll get you'll hit those thresholds quicker as well. So upping knacks really kind of will help us on both ends, I guess, in that instance, that it will burn through those breaks quicker.
And I feel like being that it's a +1, it's not a huge impact, but it's but it is nice to get to use it. And that was the thing that people were saving them.
Yeah, to not be able to use them. Yeah, no, I think does that make sense that if we up knacks to 3 uses per rest?
I don't see a problem with that.
It lets folks use their knacks more, and it gets us to breaks quicker.
As well as the sort of situational encounters. We'll do more of that.
I would say that the cooler, an idea would be is to introduce the ways to get more knacks rather than using the same one over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you have to be more creative with what you have.
Right.
So like the fact that Daybella and Henry got extra knacks today kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just like that better than being able to use your knack a third time, but that's just me.
The question becomes, how often are brand new babies going to be ran versus how often are babies that have been run over and over and over again going to be ran? Is this the
I mean, because knack is also the closest thing we have to leveling up.
Maybe
that's true.
Maybe we implement anything that anytime a baby starts a new campaign, they get a new knack on top of anything they may have learned in the adventure, just as a way of showing that they're more experienced babies. So
I like that idea.
you play your first adventure with that character, you have one knack. You're on your second adventure, you get another knack. So now you have two. And if you pick up one in the story, well, now you've got three. So you're even more ahead of the game. And that'll also burn us through those breaks quicker. I mean, maybe that's a way to look at things. But then we.
I mean,
then we
I
need
think
to come
that
up with
I think that should be left as an option for the sitter, because
For the sitter?
a sitter may have a lot of narrative ways to get the knacks out, maybe, or maybe count that. Maybe they do like the milestones in D&D, where it's like, okay, well, this amount of time has passed. You've actually done this enough times, or maybe like incentivize the players for maybe actively going to try to learn or hone these skills. It's totally, we can give them as options. One thing I did have from my playtest was changing the words "master babies,"
Yeah.
which is in the book. I said it. I said, yeah, you get to learn it from master babies, and everyone's like, "What did you just say?"
I think that's the point.
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna say
what
that's
I
not
said.
a joke, but
There's a little tongue in cheek there, yeah.
joke.
Oh yeah. But they recommended grand babies. I know. I didn't like it as much, but it was
Honestly,
a recommendation.
The amount of kind of winky double entendre dirty jokes that I had in this book, I've had to remove about half of them already. So
He's putting his foot down for this one.
During the playtest, I don't get to show them the whole book or anything, so they really don't get too much of a taste of the humor, except for from the classes.
Right.
Is mostly what they're saying.
I still miss the flurry of testicular blows.
Testicular blows, yeah. Like, I liked that one, but
It's good.
I think we called it the flurry of no blows.
Yeah, it's still the same thing, but
it's still
gender
there
neutral.
in the area, but yeah.
I mean, still works.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
I miss the good poking stick being used on a dead body. Like, I thought that was fun, but But we have to make the allowances where we can. But I think I get what your playtesters were saying, but I
I was throwing that out there.
Vetoing it.
Yeah.
I was just
It's a
throwing
good
it out
joke.
there. That's fine.
I like that.
I told I informed the playtesters their suggestions would be passed on. It doesn't mean we'll do them.
Yes.
It's always good to bring it up. You're right.
Your playtesters had some great feedback though on the accessibility of our book. Yes, about the way.
Yeah, that was kind of just a big like whoa, because that was right out the gate too. I was like, oh whoa, okay, whoa.
The way our book is set up is it's very colorful, and there's a lot of, and our character sheet is I can't wait to show it to everybody because I think it's brilliant. It's so cute and genius. But it's very difficult apparently for folks with dyslexia to read because of the way the letters are kind of written like little kid writing. So that got us talking a lot about how do we make an accessible version, which I think we're definitely going to do. We just need to figure out what that's going to look like. And I think Aaron, you had a good idea where we want folks to be able, yes, if you buy the regular book, we will also include the download for the accessible version. So you can have this the one that showcases all the work that we put into it, but then you can also have the one that is easy to read, easy to understand, is not going to give folks who might have reading issues or dyslexia or anything like that, it's not going to be a challenge for them. They'll be able to still enjoy the game in a legible format.
It'll also be more printable.
And
I
it'll
was
also be more
just
printable,
literally about to
exactly.
say that. Yeah.
Right. If you're sharing the PDFs around with people, then
We
you're
want
not going to
that, yes.
necessarily. And we want that.
Please show off.
Yeah, let it be known. Let it be known.
Yep. You want
All
it
comes
to
back
know
around.
that
We're
it's
not
gonna
worried.
Suck all
Yeah.
of the magenta out of the printer.
You won't have to buy it from 10 different places just to have one book. Once you get it, you can share it with everyone.
You do have to buy at least one copy. But
Please,
that's what you do with
please
the
just
book.
one.
Yeah. Please just at least buy one.
We're just asking nicely.
Yeah.
General rule I have is that if I'm pitching a game, I bought it,
Yeah.
or at least I'm going to buy it if my
Going to
group
buy it,
agrees.
yes, yeah.
So if anyone listening has any feedback on the rule changes we've made, or if you heard something we glossed over that you think is important, please do share with us. Reach out to us. Let us know what your opinion is. We'd love to consider it and talk about it next time.
Yeah, we're on all social media. We even have a Discord that we should probably let more known that we
I
have
have a
it.
Discord.
And every all of our ways to reach us are in our show notes.
follow and like and subscribe and
Yes.
yada yada yada. You
Share,
Yep.
share.
share.
Remember, sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. We're building a listenership, and we're also, we are hoping, and we're in a very good spot to have this game out around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
We're also building a cult.
And we're building a cult.
We're gonna use towel robes.
Right,
Cults
right.
don't
And
call
everyone's gonna wear
themselves
towel
cults,
robes.
guys.
Yep.
A
Oh,
community.
I'm sorry. We're alternative gatherings.
Right, yeah. Please reach out to us. We'd love to hear your feedback, good or bad. But this is going to wrap it up for this episode of Even Footing Games presents Babies and Broadswords from the Even Footing team. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.